Good evening, everybody. This is Brian, live from San Antonio, Texas. I hope you're enjoying the start of your weekend. It is currently actually Saturday, September 30th, 2017, and it is 1 a.m. Central Standard Time. For those of you that are living on the East Coast, it is 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're anywhere else in the continental United States and you're picking me up, then, well, I don't know the times in all the states or how it's zoned out, but I do know those two times. But it is straight up 1 a.m., and this is Brian Hammond, live from San Antonio, Texas. And tonight, before we get started, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about a podcast that I'm going to play for you. And it does have some language in it, some explicit content. So beware as parents. Please realize that your children may be affected by what they hear, not necessarily by what they see, because you really can't see it. This is audio. But either way, it's up to each individual parent. And whether you listen with your kids, without your kids, with your husband, whatever, however you guys do it, makes no difference. If you're single, well, okay, you can be single too. But before we start all that, and I'll have Carlos do it, he is going to speak tonight from a previous podcast that he made, and we hope that y'all enjoy it. At least I hope you enjoy it. But first, what we're going to do is, I also say hi to a friend of mine, fiance, also the new co-host of this podcast, Diane McKempson, in St. Louis, Missouri, actually in High Ridge, to be specific. She'll be joining us here in a minute. We're going to do things just a little bit differently tonight, but if you sit back, relax, and enjoy, we're going to have some fun. We're going to play some music. We're going to talk a little bit, maybe tell some jokes. Who knows? We just do whatever. But meanwhile, we're going to sit here, hang out together. You're going to listen to me yap a bunch of crazy crap, and hopefully you like it. If you don't like it, please send an email to bdhammond45@gmail.com. If you'd like to join into this conversation, you can call 210-684-8606, extension 117. Again, if you'd like to join this podcast, you can call me at 684-8606, and that's 210. That's San Antonio, Texas, and we are broadcasting live right here at Speaker Studio. That's www.speakerstudio.com Brian's podcast, Speaker Carlos. It's a 3-part series we're going to do, and we're going to get into that here in a few minutes. If you choose just to chat by text, you can catch me on Facebook at brianhammond.facebook.com. Or, if you don't listen to the show, you can also download it, catch it on Facebook, iTunes, or at iHeartMusic. So just beware that you can catch it in multiple places, online, offline, download, listen to it later, whatever suits you best. But on to bigger and better things. We found, what do you think about Donald Trump and all his staff? Firing him, stepping down, whatever the case may be. I don't understand why people, especially people in a place of authority, like the presidency or working with the president in the White House, our government, people that are supposed to be working for us, not against us, not making bigger, deeper holes, and not taking vacations at our expense. Do you realize this man spent over $300 on his own personal, doing his own personal stuff, taking vacations, going here, going there, with a jet, with a plane that belongs to the United States government? And guess what? Us as taxpayers got to pay for it. What is that about? I don't understand that one. Maybe you guys can explain it to me, because I don't get it. Yeah, I understand that Trump has a rough job, and for a man that's never been in politics, I don't even know how he got into the White House, to be honest with you. I wasn't sure to begin with, but I was really unsure about Hillary. 6 one, half dozen the other, I suppose. I don't know. Now, do I have a right to sit here and complain? Well, probably not. Am I going to sit there and complain about it? Yeah, you're probably right. I probably will. But I'm not really complaining. I just don't understand these things. Of course, maybe, just maybe, I should have a t-shirt made up of that. Because there is a lot of things I don't understand, people. I don't get it. Now, wherever you're listening, whatever you're listening to, we've done past shows. We've done a lot of things. But we have never done music. We've never told jokes. I have never looked up different things on off Google, offline, off whatever. There is one thing I want to ask you. If you guys like music, and you guys had your choice to listen to music, or to me rattle on, or to listen to a podcast that was made probably long before I came along to do this, what would you prefer? I always say this is a community broadcast, wherever you're at. You want to hear something? You want to talk about something? That's why I'm here. I'm all ears. I sound like Dr. Fraser Crane on the Fraser Show. That's bad. But that's another story. Now, I like music. I like all types of music. Country, classic country, rock, classic rock, 50s and 60s music. In fact, that's the love of my life's favorite music, the 50s and 60s, the Beach Boys and all them. I don't know what you guys like, but I'd certainly be interested to find out. But again, the guy that spent $300,000 resigned. He offered to pay a fraction of it back, which doesn't really help, but it does and doesn't. It still caused problems. Although he resigned, it was still building tension over the last few days that this has come bubbling out. I don't know. This has got to be the world's worst administration I've ever seen run the White House, or the government, or the United States, or any place else for that matter. This man is one of a kind. There has been so much talk about President Trump, that White House, and everything that's gone wrong. I see how he's the lowest rated president ever to sit. Out of all the other ones, out of the last 44 presidents, he's got the lowest approval rating of his job I've ever heard of. Ever heard of. I don't get that. How is that possible? I always thought Obama was bad. Nah. Oh, coming up later in future shows, I've got a conservative that has done over 400 podcasts. It's going to be interesting to listen to him. He has got some unique ways of putting things. I only briefly listened to it, but I think you guys will enjoy it. I think you guys will like it a lot. But if you don't like it, well, that's okay too. We're not all the same. So, Diane, if you're out there and you're listening and you want to call in and be the co-host of this show, or you just want to talk to me, go ahead. It's 210-684-8606. At your convenience. We are now live. Right here on Speaker Studio and Facebook, Twitter, iHeartRadio, and all the other places. If you wait, you can always download it and play it later, my friends. We're going to move right on. I'll tell you what we're going to do here. We're going to play a little bit of music just to get the mood going. See if I can get some conversation going here maybe. Or something of that nature. Because although I don't mind talking to myself, you have to worry when I start answering myself, though. That's where the problem's going to come in. Because it's very possible I could actually talk to myself. I don't think anybody would like that, though. That wouldn't be good. I'm pretty sure of that. Now, I don't know what kind of music you like, but hey, what kind of music does everybody like? It varies. It does. But, you know what? Tell you what we're going to do. How about if we start off with a Little Kid Rock and Sheryl Crow Picture.
Do you need the most trusted battery in your flashlight?
We'll be back right after these.
Maybe you can trust your own eyes to see in the dark. Or you could just trust Duracell. Living my life in a slow hill. A different girl every night at the hotel. I ain't seen the sun shine in 3 damn days. Wish I had a good girl to miss me. Lord, I wonder if I'll ever change my ways. I put your picture away, sat down and cried today. I can't look at you while I'm lying next to her. I put your picture away, sat down and cried today. I can't look at you while I'm lying next to her.
I called you last night in the hotel. Everyone knows, but they won't tell. But their half-hearted smiles tell me something just ain't right. I've been waiting on you for a long time, fueling up on heartaches and cheap wine. I ain't heard from you in 3 damn nights. I put your picture away, I wonder where you've been. I can't look at you while I'm lying next to him. I put your picture away, I wonder where you've been. I can't look at you while I'm lying next to him. I saw you yesterday with an old friend.
It was the same old same, how have you been?
Since you've been gone, my world's been dark and gray.
Reminded me of brighter days.
I hoped you were coming home to stay. I was headed to church,
I was off to drink you away.
I thought about you for a long time. Can't seem to get you off my mind. I can't understand why we're living life this way. I found your picture today, I swear I'll change my ways. I just called to say I want you to come back home. I found your picture today, I swear I'll change my ways. I just called to say I want you to come back home. I just called to say I love you. Come back home.
We'll be right back after these short messages from YouTube and their sponsors. You're listening to Brian Hammond's live podcast from San Antonio, Texas. Anyway, that was Kid Rock, Sheryl Crow, and Picture. We're going to continue on with Bob Seger and Turn the Page right here, live from San Antonio, Texas.